You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Yes, folks, we are back again. It's a middle of a Sunday. Classic time to do some baseball, so that's what we're doing. Instead of course, picking one I could actually get on my local networks, I decided to go sailing the seven seas and decided I need to check in on the Texas Rangers and the Miami Marlins. Oh, this is the intro that you're talking about? All right, well, actually, Leif, and I do this for all of my music, whenever my intro music. The title and artist should be down actually in the description. I will double check also to make sure that they are, but yeah, we are just chilling, hanging out with some baseball today on another stupid sports show. And I figured, Leif, by the time we cycled through enough of our sports, we would figure out which track you were talking about. So yeah, that is Riff Raff Rhythm Drive Like Crazy is the name of the song. I get it through where I got a number of my intros through audio.com. Whew, I didn't think I'd keep the music going for that long. Wasn't expecting it. Like I said, today I am, unfortunately, sailing the seven seas in the name of doing this game. Probably won't be the most exciting thing, but hey, maybe. Oh, I think we got our working link now. They're just doing replays of other games, so I don't think we have missed anything yet. Although we also don't get sound on this one right now, so hey, at least it'll be one less thing to confuse me. I hope you're all doing okay today. Yeah, that sounds about right. MKI, White Sox losing to the Brewers in extra innings, of all things, but hey, 162 games in a season. Weird stuff is gonna happen. All right. To refresh my sleepy, full of holes memory, let's bring up them MLB standings so I can see how has the season been for the Rangers. Okay. Second in the AL West, 4 games back of the Mariners, who are winning. Hey. Never know. Never know. All right. There's commercial break in progress, so we don't get to see any of the funny, cool ads. Meanwhile, there's the Miami Marlins in the basement of the NL East, like we kind of, unfortunately, expect them to be. But they have that same quality as the Royals that once in a while they just get good, and then they go and they run over everybody. (21-38). Does that make them... Oh, that does make them worse than the Rockies. Does it make them... Nope, still not as bad as us. So, there you go, Miami fans. Oh. Mm, mm. As you can tell, I'm doing good. I'm a I'm feeling a little bit like an adult today because I ended up changing a light fixture in my house and I did it without making anything break or electrocuting myself. So, cheers. Oh, they did bring that up, MKI. They did bring that up. Um, yeah, nobody touched the Prince of Wales trophy. Want to save it for the cup. But about the New York Rangers, yeah, just like the Florida Panthers, I think they've been improving over the past few seasons. Like you can see the rise in by how far they've gotten in the playoffs and how well they've done in each series. I mean, it was only a couple seasons ago that New York got booted out of the first round by New Jersey. And Florida, meanwhile, I think they are absolutely a team on a mission, and I pity whoever has to face them in the finals, whether it is Edmonton or if it or if it is Dallas. I mean, it's bad enough. It's already bad enough that we've got the Mavericks in Boston in the final, but I don't think they'll even have the decency to get a sweep and get it over with. And that goes for either team. They had also mentioned, I think, that a couple of the players, they didn't mention who during the post game celebration, had stayed on for less money because they wanted to stick around with the team. Yeah, that that definitely echoed in my head when I was watching the SDPN videos about Mitch Marner this morning. For no particular reason, really. A USA versus Canada Stanley Cup final would be fine for me. Oh, I'm sure it would be. It would be fine, I think, for a lot of people. You know, Bettman would be absolutely salivating. It's basically, and this is just as how I have understood it from a few Canadians, that the province of Alberta is kind of like the state of Florida. So essentially, it's the Florida of each country battling each other in hockey. Although the USA did manage to beat Canada in the Cricket World Cup yesterday. So, we can hold that over them at least for a little bit. Just a little bit. Not to mention Edmonton and Sunrise are the northmost and southernmost teams in the NHL. All the travel involved. Ooh. Oh, that'll be a riot. I would not I would not put it past either team to try some kind of psychological warfare and like pull fire alarms in the team hotels. Honestly, I would not put it past Governor Ron DeSantis to try to deport the Oilers, even as a publicity stunt. But yeah, apparently there's a Cricket World Cup going on right now. It's T20, which, if you remember our brief foray into cricket a while ago, it means they only do 20 overs. That's 120 strikes. And once that's done, each side is batting. Each side is done batting. They have no time to screw around. And we ended up beating Canada 197 to 193 with still 7 wickets left to spare. So, yeah, USA. USA. All right, this is going to be Marcus Semien coming up right now for the Texas Rangers. Seager and Grossman will be following. Meanwhile, lefty Trevor Rogers is on the mound. 11 starts this inning, has a 5.65 ERA. Woof. Oh boy. Folks, we are in for a good time. A very good time indeed. We are underway with a bit of low pitch. 1-0. No time to waste. Rogers gets him with another sinker. 1-1. He's able to place that one a little bit more toward the plate. Gets Semien to bite. Up, fouled away. 1-2. Right. This will be toward a diving shortstop who cannot make the play from his knees. Anderson gets up very slowly. Not sure what he's saying, but all right, folks. Let's get this train wreck a-rolling. First delivery is in the dirt, unfortunately, to Seager. 1-0. Fortunately, Rogers gets to essentially stare down Semien all through his delivery. Fouled back, straight back. Count evens to 1-1. All right. Oh, damn. Seager's got 13 home runs so far this season. 29 RBIs. He's been busy. Meanwhile, Twins are leading the Astros at the end of the second, 2-1. I wonder if actually, counts 1-2, by the way. I think they managed to make him foul again. Missed on the outside. 2-2. Yeah, are the Twins and the White Sox playing soon? Oh no. They got all their games out of the way. And another one toward the shortstop that he misses, and Semien is going to make it to third. Oh. Oh, we're in for a great time this afternoon, folks. Easy slide into third for Semien. And like it was so easy. I couldn't believe it either. All right, Grossman hits a chopper down to third base line. They have to settle for the out at first and allow the first run to score. Alright, there's the first bit of damage, but at least it was mitigated. As in, they actually got the throw to connect. You serious? July 8th. Oh my goodness, did they? Yep, and they just gave up an infield single. And another one cracked through the gap in center right. Oh God. This is an awful, awful start. Back to runners with the quarters. Still only one out, and the score is now 2-0. Damn. All right. Well, they didn't even think they'd get this far, so they don't have his name loaded up. Well, at least they got a 6-4-3 double play to end the inning. Or what? They didn't? Oh my God, they hadn't even gotten one out yet. Apparently, one out that I thought they had was ruled safe. So apparently we're still up to bat, and it's now 3-0. Oh, this first inning is rough. Yeah, bases are now cleared. And we gotten down to the 6th batter in the order, Langford. Oh yeah, real laugh a minute. Real laugh a minute. And the A's won against the Braves 11-9. The new Renegades playing without a care. Langford, meanwhile, oh please, Anderson, redeem yourself. Gets the pop up. Good. The inning's over. 3 runs on 4 hits. Yeesh. Sorry, I have my wheels turning at the moment, and it's causing me to be, unfortunately, rather distracted. Damn. All right. We'll just close this for right now. Actually, let me get these standings back up, because maybe there is... Oh, that's what I was curious about. A minus 76 run differential. So when they get beat, they get wrecked. Still not as bad as the 135 run differential that the White Sox have, but you know, somewhere I never thought we'd get, the bottom of the first. And yeah, the stadium looks the crowd is kinda threadbare. So I'll have Dane Myers, followed by Brian De La Cruz, then Jake Berger. Will we get to Josh Bell? Who knows? First pitch from Myers is a called strike. Haney with the delivery, and the catcher assistance makes that strike 2. Myers only sporting a .278 average for this season so far. And woof, 3 straight pitches. He is gone. Hey. Hey, they're not the only ones. Oh boy, this pattern is starting to feel a little familiar. De La Cruz up to bat now. He doesn't chase that one to the outside. That's the first ball of the game for Mr. Haney. Big cut on a high fastball and misses 1-2. And he'll sky this one into netting behind him. All right. Yeah. That one's in the dirt, unfortunately. 2-2. All right. I thought it was down the line, but declared foul. Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm just going to come out and say it. The Canadian government is probably going to insist that the Edmonton Oilers not fly in any planes made by Boeing. Another one chopped foul. That is like but you get an underhanded grab right near the wall. So there we go, out number 2. Oh, he's checking his position card. Cool. Big cut from Berger on the first pitch. That one slid very low and kind of slow. True North, I'm already putting myself through a grind having to experience the Miami Marlins today. I made a conscious choice as soon as we hit the upcoming dog days of summer that we would only do one White Sox game a month because as much as I'm sure you all would enjoy seeing me miserable as I watch my team do badly, I don't want to be that miserable all the time. And also, I think it's cooler if we all get to laugh at other teams. Yeah, I think they've got the series. I hadn't had a look at the scores. Yep. So they probably going to get the sweep. And just remember, True North, the the Blue Jays aren't as bad as us yet, so be happy. Also, condolences on your cricket team losing to us in the T20. I mean, when you get a you get a player that nearly puts up a century like that, what can you do? Longest commercial break in the world is going on right now. Ah, we have returned. And we've got one Josh Smith, who is apparently having a nice year at the plate as they're highlighting his hitting statistics. And he gets a called strike up the middle. Meanwhile, rips that one down the first base line. He's definitely going to reach second. Does he try for? Nope, doesn't try for third. Will just jog safely into an easy double. And the Rangers are back at it. Yeah. I want to. I'd. I'd like to make it clear, MKI. I've never watched the Major League films. I only have a vague idea of what they're about. But from what I can imagine, that locker that locker room and that organization has probably got to be the closest to Major League that I have seen in my lifetime. And yeah, except I don't think that anyone is going to be inspired to want to see Reisdorf naked. All right. What does Tavares do? We've gotten to the ninth of the batting order already for the Rangers. That's one going the dirt for 1-0. Second pitch gets daring and chases one low. Ah, Josh Smith. Too many Joshes. Too many Joshes out there. Counts now 2-1. Ends up jamming him. It goes opposite field to a catch. They try to get the tag in, but not in time, and thankfully kept in front of the third baseman, so he didn't get a chance to run for home. All right, we are up to 2 outs. Runner has advanced to third. And we're going to be back to the top of the order. All right. Simeon is up again. I'm sure he absolutely wouldn't mind driving this dude home. Doesn't want to go swinging near his feet in the dirt, however. We are now 2 balls, no strikes. He rips that one way foul. Thankfully, he goes into a wall and not the dugout. All right, back to 2-1. Hello, Luke. I'm celebrating because USA Cricket won. Checked swing, catcher assistance does not help. 3-1. Here's Rogers with 3-1, and Semien fouls it opposite direction. Full count now. Oh, and he ends up walking him with a changeup in the dirt. So now we've got runners at the corners. Thanks largely to Aaron Jones. And I am assuming just off the top of my head that it's not the same Aaron Jones. It would be a hilarious coincidence if it was, but no. Oh, absolutely. I can bring him in for it. I can bring him in for a shaming if you want. I mean, all we're going to miss is another at-bat by Corey Seager. Hang on. Hang on. All right. Monty is here. You may commence with the shaming. Take as much time as you need. Seeker is now up to a 2-1 count. That one gets chopped right to third, and that should end the inning. And it does. And I gotta stop. I'm gonna have to readjust, Monty, because I gotta change things on the screen. I gotta update the details, Monty. The stream depends on it. Oh, damn. Okay. Go be free, Monty. Oh. Well. At least the Marlins got out of that inning without a run being scored. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be, honestly, Playlist 100 is not shaping up. There's a couple of songs that I know I want to bring in, specifically because of, corresponding to events that happened in the past week. But whether I get to them, who knows? Uh, requests will actually be open exactly a half hour before the stream starts. So I'm going to open a thread. I'm going to open a thread on the community tab half hour before the stream starts, and just get them in. I want to have as little time to deal with everything as possible. I feel bad for the intern, though, who was given the job of rattling the bookshelf to make the bobbleheads move. Meanwhile, that first one gets fouled up high, and I'm assuming eaten by a griffin because they couldn't find it. She misses with a changeup, 1-1. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about, and and the dude just lined out to Simeon. All right. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Ooh, good cross promotion, Luke. I commend you on it. All right. Chisholm Jr. is currently facing an 0-1 count. Ends up chopping that one foul and back into the notes. 0-2. That one ends up floating high and out of the strike zone. There will be polka requests. I cannot wait. Meanwhile, that'll be an easy single right to the second baseman. Out at first. 2 gone at the bottom of the second. And again, another pitch just looked at and called a strike. Actually, let me... Oh yeah, Rivera's up to bat now. He just fouled away. 1-2. It's a game. There's nothing much happening. Oh, it is just a laugh a minute over here. Meanwhile, nobody has reached... Oh, he's reached base on balls, so... A single person has trod the bags for the Marlins so far today. And as another one fouled away by Rivera, 2-2. They're aiming for the inside, and they get him on the inside. Ooh, walking the tightrope with that strike zone. Okay. Rivera goes down staring, and we move to the top of the third. Ooh, NHL news. Maverick Bork, no relation to Ray, to make his NHL playoff debut for the Stars tonight in Game 6 of the Oilers. Oh, damn. They're bringing on the fresh legs and just letting them run wild. Okay. Let's see how Edmonton handles this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to talk bad about the Rangers, cuz like I said, we got swept in the first round by them. We kind of shouldn't have been there, but just as in the same way, I'm very interested in how the Caps offseason is going to shape up because, considering we were sellers at the deadline and we decided to battle back somehow with what we had left, a whole bunch of, you know, rookies and people I don't know the name of, and make the playoffs. It's interesting, but I wasn't shocked that they got swept. Same way, I'm interested what the Rangers do if they feel like they need to do anything. How many people are going to stay? How many people are going to be demanding money? So, because, they are in a big media market, I'm not saying it's as bad as Toronto, where hockey is king and the Maple Leafs are worshipped as near gods. Nah, because I'll just be looking forward to see whether the New York Rangers can improve upon this season and make the cup. I mean, though they want. Okay, so oh, okay, so the Rangers people are having a overreaction. I have to say, MKI. Maybe it's false gods, but there are still a few people out in the world who worship the flying spaghetti monster and Joe Pesci. So I don't know what to tell you, dude. Anyway, Artemi Panarin, uh, you know, the forced joke of the bread man. One of the best players for the Rangers, and yeah, he went on a bit of a goal drought during the playoffs. Before last night, he hadn't scored since May 9th. So, yeah, I get the frustration of him not producing in the playoffs, but also he is, a very good player. And when you have very good players on your team that are going against, a team like Florida who likes to get physical as hell, your very good players will get targeted and essentially beat to hell. Meanwhile, we have another chase to the first base foul line, and this time the Marlins are the ones who actually make the catch and get the out. Woo! So my question for the Rangers is, do you want to spend this part of the offseason building the depth and, you know, adding a few more potential valuable pieces throughout the lines, or do you want to just freak out, try to draft veteran presence, and think about only beating Florida and not whoever you have to face after you get past them? So I wish the Rangers a good off season because it'll be disappointing if they can't improve upon, you know, all that they accomplished in this one. Yeah, like the way I understand it, he's trying to like sneak votes back from an even more conservative population who usually who are like who are like under the Reform Party. It's oh, kind of hilarious to watch, but also more than a bit painful. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, me too, Luke. Honestly, when uh when uh when President Shrub announced his intention to send our troops to Afghanistan, um one of the first things my mom told me was if they start drafting, you're going to Canada. That's it. New polls suggest they'll remain the second largest party by 5 seats. Canada at 93 looking more likely with each passing day. Oh, damn. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, trying the opposite field, and it will land short for at least a single. All right. Well, there goes the perfect game. I guess it had to die sometime, but hey, the Marlins have someone on base. All right, here comes Anderson with his 195 average. Haney decides to go high. It's a little too high. 1 and 0. Oh, don't worry, Luke. I'm sure that there's further that they can sink. Big cut on another high fastball. Count is even at 1 and 1. I mean, if you've ever had the misfortune of paying attention to American politics for a period of time, you know how ugly that can get. Meantime, a run and a dive from Garcia in right field ends up wrapping up and out for the Rangers. Current predictions: Labor 485, Conservative 66, Lib Dems 59. Oh, damn. Well, Fortes is up. And he's using all of that pitch clock and gets him to foul off. Also noticed Haney not throwing any real heat. Most of his pitches, the highest they've gotten is 92 miles an hour. So it's right to the 5-4-3. Double play, and that wraps up the third for the Marlins. Oh, hey, but they did get their first hit, so it's not total humiliation. And the goalie and the coach carousel is going around for the Islanders. All right. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll close that window for a little bit because don't need to see that awfulness anymore. So for those who are still around, anybody actually planning to watch the NBA Finals with interest? Because right now I'm only planning to do like one, maybe two games. I'm just not that excited for for Mavericks Celtics. I mean, this is how uninterested I was. I've actually started. I was actually looking into like NCAA baseball and softball. So at least, oh yeah, at least Patrick Roy is still head coach. While Rogers misses outside with the sinker, 2-0. Big cut on another sinker, 2-1 now. Gets him with a changeup, 2-2. Well, 1993 was the last time that I cared about watching the Leafs. Wow. You see, this is what I mean, folks. Elections do have consequences. All right, Josh Smith is back up for the Texas Rangers. Not that Josh Smith, the other one. And he'll chop that right to first. And has to finish the jog anyway. Make that 2 outs. And Rogers celebrates by nearly throwing one over the catcher's head and almost hitting the umpire. 1-0 now. Follow up to Duran is high as well. All right, let's get the Major League Baseball scores up. Not nor have I ever been a Senators fan. I just like watching car wrecks on ice. Yeah, also watch Elks games. Yeah. Oh, and look at that. The inning has finished. We will come back soon to watch the pain of the Marlins try to score runs. All right, meanwhile, in the other action around the league, Astros still leading the Twins 3-2 at the bottom of the fifth. Braves holding on against the Athletics 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth. O's beating the Rays 2-0 in the top of the fourth. Red Sox blanking the Tigers 3-0 at the bottom of the third inning. Meantime, Nationals and Guardians, it's 4-2 Washington in the bottom of the third. White Sox have an early 2-0 lead in the top of the first. Oh, okay. And the Diamondbacks have a 3-0 advantage over the Mets in the bottom of the third. Sure. I probably won't see it right away because I think I left my phone in the other room. But yeah. Oh, we all do, MKI. We all do. I think. Actually, let me see. Because it was Edmonton versus Saskatchewan when we tuned in for the first time and got spoiled forever, right? Yep. Yep. That's going to have to happen. Yep. That is going to have to happen then. Mm-hmm. I'm just glad I remembered what the teams were. Going to have to leave that one up. And it ended on a game-winning Rouge. Yes, that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, folks, here on Another Stupid Sports Show. Chasing the elusive high of a game-winning Rouge. Meanwhile, Haney is now 0-2 on De La Cruz after getting him with a changeup. Won't chase that far outside, however. 1-2. Here's the follow-up, and it gets launched into left center field. Our Rangers do track it down, limit damage to a single. So now we're simply up to 1 out and a batter at first. And here comes Jake Berger. Apparently had a few multi-hit games recently. Thank you, meaningless statistics. Oh, wow. just sorry. Just some of the uh, promos they're running for the Rangers are a little bit mind-boggling. Anyway, Berger lets another one go by. We're now 1 ball, 1 strike for him. We will see. We will see, Luke. I know, MKI. I cannot imagine a former White Sox player, doing well at a plate for another team. It's it's unthinkable, unheard of, really. And he's able to chop that right past the pitcher and up into center field for another base hit. Now runners at first and second, and the Marlins are doing stuff. And now oh hell. This is where things go bad because apparently my mouse has died and so has my stream. Oh, howdy, Justin. You're just in time for everything to get screwed up. Oh, hell. Yeah. Yeah, Luke, I'm not going to pretend I know what's going on, but there's still an entire game to go. So, give it time. Things will even out, I'm sure. All right, we'll have to with that and probably just yep, turn all of that sound down so that I don't get sent to copyright hell. All right. Thank goodness we are back. Yeah, see, it's the bottom of the first. There's time. Meanwhile, right as Haney delivers, the stream freezes again. So, yeah, I guess this will teach me to try to troubleshoot things live. Last we saw it, Bell was awaiting a 2-1 delivery. Now it's 3-1. And he ends up ripping it right to the left fielder. De La Cruz will settle for jogging back to second. It is now 2 outs. Oh. And just when I think that I can sit back again, everything freezes up again. All right, 0-1 now to Chisholm Jr., who, surprise, surprise, for them was did not get to base up his first time at bat. Unfortunately, Haney missed on the ensuing pitch to the outside, made it 1-1. Looking back at De La Cruz, he makes his follow-up delivery, and it floats to the outside. 2-1. Okay. Meanwhile, Padres versus the Royals is underway. They've reached the mid-second without either team scoring a run. Yeah, I think she's fine with that. And Chisholm fouls that into himself. 2-2. Is the first batter that the Marlins have had in scoring position this entire game. As you can tell, it's been a rather frequent occurrence for the Texas Rangers. Meanwhile, we get a little admonishment from the umpire for something. I never follow up on what it is, though. And it's fouled away. Count remains 2-2. All right, Marlins trying to do anything in this game here in the bottom of the fourth. Meanwhile, this is going to get skied to shallow left. Couple of players in pursuit, but Seager at shortstop will field it for the third out. Marlins strand 2, and we move on to the fifth. Meanwhile, it's Huskers 2, Florida 2 going to the top of the first. Yeah, who says there's no sports to keep track of once football is done? Look at all this. Actually, yeah, this feels like a good time to take a pause for the cause. I've actually realized that I've been going through when I would have normally taken at least two breaks. So what the hell? Let's all take a moment, grab a drink, grab a smoke, whatever you gotta do. I will make sure that my cats aren't burning the place down. And thank you for tuning in today to another Stupid Sports Show.
Pump it up. 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 Pum Pump it.
All right, we are back. And of course, the Rangers already have somebody on base. Simeon ended up getting walked to start the fifth inning. Rogers is still in pitching. He's only up to 63 pitches so far, which, I guess is commendable. He hasn't let any more runs in since that awful first inning. While he's working a 1-1 count against Seager, who's 1 for 2 today. Hey, MKI, I was amazed when the Atlanta Braves had a 40-year-old pitcher starting for them. And Garrett Cole is going to Somerset for a rehab assignment. All right, best of luck to him there. Meanwhile, Seager fouls that one away. Count is now up to 2-2. Rogers trying to be tricky and covert. All he does is make Seager jam it into center right. And it is an easy catch for out number 1. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to go back to that matchup. It's going to happen. Meanwhile, the catcher has to trap that pitch in the dirt. 1-0 count to Grossman. All right, here's Simeon taking a conservative lead. Grossman takes a big hack at a sinker on the outside. All it does is give him a strike. This is on the outside for the next one, however, 2-1. Yeah, that was one of the things I got to do yesterday. Was start planning ahead for the summer. I've got almost the whole summer mapped out as far as, streams and stuff I want to do, including for a stupid streaming show. Oh, we're thinking ahead. Don't worry. Rogers unfortunately has the count up to 3-1 right now. Oh, and Strawberry got his jersey retired. Cool. Meantime, Rogers has gotten a full count after Grossman fouls off. 3-2. Strawberry rehabs forever. And he'll chop that right to the shortstop, but he will just choose to... Yeah, that was a true fielder's choice if I ever saw one. He didn't go for the easy out at second. He wanted to get the dude at first. And so we go to the bottom of the fifth. All right, back to the Major League scores. All right, Astros and Twins are now tied at 3 in the bottom of the 6th. Orioles have increased their lead to 3-0 over the Rays. Mets have roared back against the Diamondbacks, now 4-3, top of the 4th there. Pirates and Blue Jays still tied, but at 1 apiece. Nationals extend their lead over the Guardians 5-2. White Sox still leading the Brewers somehow in the bottom of the 2nd, 2-0. Maybe y'all partied too late after winning in extra innings and this is the team hung over. I don't know. But hey, Cincinnati Reds are beating the Cubs 4-0 in mid-second. So that's another one of the things that stuck in my craw. It was so easy to find places where you could buy the W flag because it's a tradition for Chicago fans to fly the W and like out front of their homes or like in a window of their apartment after the team wins or in an office or anything like that. But you really had to look hard to find the L flag. Because there's an L flag that Wrigley Field flies if the Cubs lose for the day, while the W flag is white background with the blue lettering. The L flag is blue background, white lettering, and it's hard to find places that sell that flag for some reason. And you never see many people flying it. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Well, yeah, I mean it goes back into the old days when people wanted to know how the Cubs did, but they didn't have a buck to write to get a nickel to get a newspaper. They'd roll up either the W or the L flag at Wrigley Field to let people know just by going past the stadium. Oh, the Cubs won. Oh, Cubs lost. No, no, that is one that I do not have for now. By the way, Rivera is trying to work out a count, but all he's done so far is foul it away. He's at 2-2. Can also be flown upside down when Mario takes over your castle. Yeah, but you understand it may be Bowser's castle, but you can't do anything about it if Mario decides to fly the flag upside down. Meanwhile, Rivera will just loft this right to the center fielder. Out number 1, like that. Wow, the Marlins farm team is really called the Jumbo Shrimp. They're the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Damn. I should have really seen that coming, and I didn't. All right, big cut by Lopez on that first pitch. He fouls that second one right into the wall. Sitting at 0-2. Oh, yeah, there it is. And they end up throwing him out at first as he grounds out right to the shortstop. Beyond Discord has decided to just die for me for the moment. I'll get to it in just a little bit, Luke. Meanwhile, I have to see if Anderson is just going to straight up strike out. All right, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. He lets that one float high. Count is now even at 1-1. MICKEYMOUSE. I mean, I've thought of ways that I could possibly antagonize my neighbors. You know, but I never thought of something as simple as hanging the L. Hmm. Yeah, meanwhile, we move on to the top of the 6th because Anderson struck out swinging. Oh. Rough game for the Marlins. Yeah, still only have 3 hits. I mean, MKI, if they don't, they're just, burning the money, really. Oh, yeah. I mean, I know saying the phrase, Stanley Cup winning goaltender Stuart Skinner doesn't sit well for a lot of people, but hey, history is full, and I mean full of, 1-year goaltenders that, shone bright for one season, and that was all they needed. Braden Holtby, Jordan Binnington, just to name a few. I mean, hell, even Patrick Waugh didn't win a cup every year. No. No MKI, that was private equity. Oh. It's okay, though, because Adolis Garcia just gave us a rouge. It is now 4-0. Yep, there it is. The phone call to the dugout has been made. They're dancing in the Rangers dugout. We cut to Bally Sports to ease the pain just a little bit. And yeah, we'll definitely need to be changing pitchers here soon. Heim ends up chopping that down the third baseline foul. 1-2. Another one foul. He is insistent on protecting that plate. Oh, wow. They bringing up Cal Ripken Jr., the only bright spot for the Orioles. In a long, long bit of mediocrity. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, and we are going to be live for it, MKI. All right. Langford currently has an 0-1 count to deal with. He gets a second. I thought that was a strike. Apparently, the umpire didn't think so. We're 1-1. No, I think they moved on to where they realized the real value could be made, which is in the chat. I mean, the comments. No. The new thing that the sex bots do is basically spam what seems like an innocuous and very polite message about how great the community is here. Meanwhile, the profile picture is just like three quarters buttocks and thong. And then they want you to, click on the profile and eventually get to the website through there. Okay, there we go. See, I knew it would happen. And who better to deliver the news than Logan? Brewers 4, White Sox 2. I knew they would wake up. And oh my goodness, Rogers ends up striking the dude out swinging to end the 6th inning. Maybe he saw that the manager was on the phone to the bullpen. Well, here we go. That's why, because it's Lou Gehrig Day for ALS. That makes sense. Oh, Luke, I did. And, yeah, when the team is getting bad enough to have deserved approximately 10 to 20 minutes of getting railed by a urinating tree, things are bad. Mm-hmm. You know what, MKI? It's actually reminding me, I think I'm going to make some chocolate chip cookies after this stream is over. Yeah. Haven't made them in a while. That sounds quite good. There ain't no Babe Ruth disease, says Dennis Leary. Mm-hmm. Well, technically he's correct, but, we wouldn't really get heart disease into the lexicon until years later. And look at that, we've made it to the bottom of the 6th already. Don't worry, folks, we'll finish this game sooner rather than later. Heaney is still in, throwing 74 pitches and another strike. Fortes swinging wild on a low changeup. Next one, he will not chase. Evens things up at 1-1. Oh, we're going to have to do that. Yeah, we are. Oh, that's happening. That is happening. Meanwhile, we got another ball going foul. Fortes is now at 2-2. I know, Luke. I have no idea how John Goodman did it. It's the delivery from Heaney. This one will get chopped past the first baseman into the right field. Damn. A rare no-out hit. Okay. Now, Marlins, can you actually do something about this? Because you've stranded a number of people so far in this game. Yeah, we can nix that. And, oh, I'm going to have to get back to Adam on that one. Little bit of catcher assistance gets that one on the inside for Myers. Who is, yep, 0-2 today as far as reaching the bases. A little bit too loopy, a little bit too outside for the ref's liking. All right, what do you got for me now, Haney? Tries to add some heat, and Myers will crack that one down the first base line. Foul. All right. And he's just committed to protecting the plate at this at-bat. One and two, and he gets him low with the slider. Dang. All right, Miami, you're starting to run out of innings and opportunities. Meanwhile, De La Cruz starts his at-bat with a big cut on a fastball that goes nowhere. Dang. And in case you're wondering, yes, I've already looked through the Sox schedule. I have the games that I want to cover already picked out. They are waiting. You will get to make fun of me. It will happen. I promise. And damn, now we got the Rangers on the phone to the bullpen. And he does grab a strike on that corner. 2-1. Only got one out. We've managed to get a runner at first. Feels like we've been here forever. Could be just me. Yeah, either that or blow that win, like the Capitals did to. Yeah. And they get him swinging, going down. Whew. Hey, John Jay. Hope you're doing well. I'm just watching the Miami Marlins get picked apart by the Rangers. Actually, let's see. Do we got any Cardinals action going on? Oh, you all don't. It's not you all until tonight. It's 6:10 versus the Phillies. Who, yeah, good luck with them. Hopefully, y'all can work some of the old Cardinals magic. Meanwhile, Berger is back up. He'll watch that one go across the inside for a strike. 1-1 the count. Watch another one go way inside. 2-1 now after a fastball from Haney. Lost last night and Friday night. Ooh. Try to get him on the outside corner, and they don't. 3-1. Berger has taken his one step out of the box. For the full count, and we get him swinging to end the inning. Oh, that pitch. Bent hard and bent quick. And they strand another runner. We are in the top of the 7th. Woof. Sent you into this downfall. You played them in the World Series. Had a very bad last season. Recently been okay. Back to 500 before this series. Was that? Let me see. I was trying to remember when the last time, though. Oh, yeah. Back in old 2008 World Series. Yeah, that's when the last time the Phillies won the damn thing. Oh. And I probably mentioned this before, John Jay, but for a while I lived near Wrigley Field, and just by virtue of living near Wrigley Field, I got to run into visiting Cubs fans very often, and also visiting Cardinals fans who not only came to the city, but who many of whom had moved to the city at some point because Chicago is such a hub in the Midwest. So, as vocal as the Cubs fans were, the Cardinals fans were even more vocal and usually willing to back up their words. So, it's why I have nothing but respect for Cardinals fans. Oh, and there we are. There's been a pitching change. A.J. Puck is now in for the Marlins. And it'll start with a sweeper that will leave Duran staring. 0-1. And it is pronounced how it's spelled, P-U-K. Damn, gets him with a slider. 0-2. Meanwhile, we have to stop for another timeout. And then he completely loses control of that ball and he goes to the backstop. 1-2. What was their score last night? I hadn't looked. 7-5, yeah. All right, we're finally back. Still sitting at 1-2. This one will be lined right to the left fielder, De La Cruz. Oh, it was that bad. Sorry, I was just trying to track in my mind. Oh, yeah. No, we got hit with a decent amount of rain yesterday, and I live west of Chicago, so yeah, that makes sense as far as the way where it would travel. Meanwhile, now we getting some heat in there, 95 miles per hour for a called strike one. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah. That's our minds on autocomplete, MKI. That pitch is in the dirt. We're now at 2-1. At least there's no one on. At least there's no one on base yet. Oh yeah. If anybody wants to complain about Josh Gibson, thank you. Goodbye. Meanwhile, he misses with the fastball. We've moved the count to 3-2. All right. All right, Mr. Puck. You miss on the inside corner. Fantastic. We start the 7th inning with a walk. Meanwhile, in other less painful games, Rays have gotten on the board against the Orioles. The Orioles that only trail 3-1 now in the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox have taken the lead over the Tigers 3-2. That game about to reach the bottom of the 6th as well. Pirates have broken their stalemate against the Blue Jays. They lead by 2 in the bottom of the 5th. Let's see. The Brewers still holding steady against the White Sox. Royals have struck first against the Padres 1-0 in the 5th inning. And Reds have extended their lead to 5 over the Cubs. That game still lingering in the top of the 4th. Oh yeah. So here's the best way that I can explain it, Luke, and I'm going to be just rushing over a lot of things. So, you know about George. So, I'm sure you know about the iffy history of the Washington team with George Preston Marshall and, him playing Dixie and not allowing black people to play on the team. Well, we got that in baseball too. There was the whole thing about how they had the separate Negro leagues, and then Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers. And so there was a guy who played in the Negro leagues by the name of Josh Gibson, who, by his stats, was an absolute madman. Had a better batting average and slugging percentage than a few major league records. And this year, the MLB decided to fold the Negro League statistics into MLB statistics for just like all time to be able to publicly acknowledge the players and their achievements. And so now Ty Cobb and Babe Ruth lost a record or two to Josh Gibson. And a lot of people are mad about it more than they should be. Updated estimated time for the killer bees to kill us all. I gotta be honest, True North, if there's anybody who's going to get killed by the killer bees first, and what do you know, Simeon is on base again, not surprised. Yeah, they've only just done that. Oh, holy shit, we're actually going to get a call under review. You get our slow motion replay. Yeah, I think. Oh, hell. Oh, no, this is going to be too close to call, folks. Oh my God, it's a Bam Bam play. Either way, a fan base is going to be pissed off about this one. Yes, Hall of Fame member and murderer Ty Cobb, yes. And yeah, Grossi is doing a Europe trip as well. Crazy bastard. And yeah, my yard would be the capital for the killer bees, and I haven't caught any of them yet. Honestly, I think the turkeys may scare them away. Yep, calls confirmed, runner safe. Meanwhile, the Rays have gotten a rouge of their own. Rouge. All right, we're finally getting this game going again after the review is done. Seager is up to bat again for the Rangers. He's got Simeon on first, 2 outs. That will go through Puck's legs. Easily gathered up by the second baseman, however, and they managed to get out of the inning without any major damage. All right, Luke, we have reached the 7th inning stretch. Sing away. I am going to take a quick pause for the cause. We will return very soon for the rest of the game here on another Stupid Sports Show. Yeah, the cranky old lady is back in the room. At least for right now. And there goes my game link again. Ah, the joys of having to sail the seven seas. Oh hell, we made it back. And I've put her down and she's just staring at me like, I beg your pardon, why the hell did you wake me up? Oh, and they're going over the outs that Heaney has gotten today, and I'm assuming this means that he is gone for the day. Yep, he is done. We're going in the bottom of the seventh. We're getting Jacob Latz coming in. Right now for Angie, I think as long as the Oilers are eliminated, she doesn't give a rat's ass. Meanwhile, we'll have a rocket of a pitch sent out into left field for a beginning single. All right, let's get our hits updated. Thank you, Josh Bell, for helping to make this game more interesting. Meanwhile, Chisholm Jr. is now up. Unless that one slide to the dirt. 0-1. Cool. Latz gets this one skied out to center field. Easy catch for out number one. Yeah, she should, John Jay, but she's pretty much a bandwagoner for any West Coast or California teams. So, as far as hockey goes, it's just vengeance on the people who defeated the Kings. Meanwhile, we've got Emmanuel Rivera up. He hasn't reached base either. Struck out, lined out. Will he do anything different here? Who knows? Starts with a big whiff on a pitch to the outside. That doesn't bode well. It could bode much better. I'm shocked to hear that, MKI. Rivera watches that one miss low for now 1-2. Dang, that's impressive. Now Rivera will chop this one foul into the stands. Unfortunately, nobody can grab it before it bounces off the seats and back into the field of play. Oh. He did jump off of it. Oh, is that like, do they actually have like a bungee thing and he got to fall off of it? Meantime, the Rangers have Yeah, they have goofed here in the seventh inning. A muffed play, charging shortstop couldn't make the double play at second, so he tried to make it at first. A little too late. Now it is runners on first and second with only one out for the Marlins, and Lopez is up to bat. That's fair, man. That's fair. That high up, I'd probably no, probably I wouldn't have second thoughts. There is action going on in the Rangers bullpen, however, so don't think that Latz is operating on too long of a leash right now. He's got an 0-2. Lopez will crack that one foul as well. All right, what do you got for this 0-2, Latz? Gets him swinging on a low changeup. And the Marlins are getting dangerously close to once again wasting a couple runners on base. Kip, it's going all right. Just casual stream today, taking in the Rangers just grinding their boot heel into the Marlins for 7 innings so far. Well, other than that, good. I didn't electrocute myself. The cats are alive, and the sun is shining, man. And also, there is beer. Anderson will chop that pitch foul. Count stands at 1-1 strike. And reminder once again for everybody, requests for tomorrow night's 100th Stupid Streaming Show will open at 7:30 p.m. Central. I am fully expecting this to be a train wreck, and I'm expecting you all to make it as difficult as possible for me. So, yeah. Let's crash into the mountain together. Meantime, Anderson will hit a lazy chopper to shortstop and end the inning. Another couple runners stranded for the Marlins. We move to the top of the 8th, and time running out for Miami to make a difference. Oh my goodness, we got a run back by the end of the 4th, and we now only trail the Brewers by 1. It's also a shame. I found my Sox hat again. I had buried it somewhere up in there in my closet, and then I couldn't find it again for this stream. Oh, Kip, yep. Yeah, you bring the butt cakes, I'll bring the tunes, and we'll just have a final time on the site known as YouTube. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm going to take a look at the low. I haven't organized it into a playlist, but there's some. Every week when I was DJing over the air, I just collect songs like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, I can actually play that on the air. And, save them in one playlist or another. And I have a few that are saved in my current. Oh Don't tell me. I think I might have found the number limit for playlists, because the past few videos that I wanted to save have not saved. All right. Cool. So the magic number is approximately 225. Good to know. And yeah, that is a lot of music for a person to save, but yeah, what can I say? I wanted to be prepared. Well, I'm going to be fishing through my history like a madman after this stream is over. Meanwhile, the White Sox are coming back. There's a new pitcher in. Declan Cronin, I believe, was the name that I saw, and he delivers another fastball for an 0-2 count against our unfortunate batter, who is going to just chop that right to a barehanded grab by the third baseman, and he does not get him in time. Damn. Yeah, not looking forward to that expedition after the stream is over, but oof. No, just apparently there's a limit to the number of videos that a person can save to one playlist. And the liked videos thing is an exception to that rule. So there's a lot of stuff that I thought I was saving for, reference that I now have to go back and search for. And with how off the top of my head I like to do things, that could be a very painful experience. And in the process of switching links, I missed the first out of the inning. I'm assuming it was a pop fly of some kind. Meanwhile, our batter that I still haven't gotten the name of has moved to second base. Must have been deep enough that he was able to make the trek. Meanwhile, Jonah Heim is now up for the Rangers. Catcher assistance does nothing. They can't even catch him checking the swing. 1-1. Cronin waits a brief look back. And Heim takes a huge cut at a ball that was way inside. 1-2 now. Yeah. Boldly going forward. Because we can't find reverse, Luke. Yeah, I'm just going to call this dude the Big Lebowski, who's on the base right now. And he ends up going nowhere because Heim goes down swinging. All right. We have only got 10 more outs to go, assuming nobody else scores. Langford up now for the Rangers. He will get a low pitch from Cronin. 1-0. And he misses again. 2-0. All right, Cronin looks back at the Big Lebowski. He fires, and Langford loses his balance hacking at that one. Sends it back into the netting anyway. 2-1. Now Cronin it'll be a dart to the shortstop who manages to get it to the first baseman to end the inning. All right, Anderson making up for his earlier misadventures. Still 4-0 as we go into the middle of the 8th. We'll be done soon, I promise, folks. We really will, but should also update the hit count as they just keep creeping up even though nothing's really happening. See what's going on in other games that are actually happening. All right, Braves leading the Athletics 2-1 at the end of the 7th. Tampa Bay now within 1 of Baltimore at the end of their 7th inning. Tigers have taken the lead over the Red Sox 4-3, bottom of the 7th. Blue Jays have taken the lead back from the Pirates 4-3 at their top of the 6th. And yeah, just general nonsense everywhere. At least the Cubs have gotten on the board, I suppose. That reminds me, they had to have announced when the Stanley Cup is going to be, when the first Stanley Cup game is going to be played, right? Yeah. All right, so yeah, I think that's just what we're going to have to do on June 8th. There's no doubt about it. All right. Well, they're going to make this difficult for me, then I can play it just as well. All right, the production crew got to go kayaking. Good for them. In the bottom of the 8th, Miami, you don't have much time left. Although going past a diving first baseman with a single, Sanchez managing to get a little spark against the new pitcher Robertson. All right, and then back up to the top of the order with Myers, who has not been able to do much today. And he'll just stare at that cutter for a called strike. All right, looks like David Robertson is a decent pitcher, but lets that one float real high. Even things up at 1-1. All right, come on, Miami. Can you have the good sense not to swing at that one? Okay. But will you get at least a little bit of a rally going? Will you get on the board? Will we get somebody to third? You haven't gotten anybody to third base yet this entire game, I don't think. And getting a called strike there is not going to do much for the cause. And we got more people warming up in the bullpen for both teams. Yeah, at least Miami loses something. And they got him on a called sinker outside the strike zone. Fantastic. Umpires, thank you for continuing to dig your own grave. I mean, that is why Angel Hernandez stayed on and just continually did worse, right? Because the league wanted to buy him out for being such an awful ref, and he refused and just kept being worse because they couldn't battle the union. Rangers being good again is good for baseball? Yeah. No, I won't argue with that. And it does give people from a good does give people a good distraction from the hell being racked upon their state. But hey, can Daylight Cruz let this one sit? Nope, they catch him on the inside with another cutter. 3 balls, 1 strike. So what are you going to give him for the 3-1? He'll get him to chop right to the third baseman, and yeah, easy double play. And congratulations, everybody. We have made it to the 9th inning. Once again, hangover celebration from not only the Florida Panthers beating the New York Rangers, but also Team USA beating Team Canada in the T20 Cricket World Cup. But because it's been a while since we brought them out, we will do it now. So hang on. Hang on. I know, Monty. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to you. You got disturbed from your nap once. Now you've been brought in here with all the bright lights and me making loud noises right by your head. How dare. How dare indeed. Ah. And now we have a new pitcher in for the Marlins, somebody by the name of Birch Smith. As near as I can tell, True North, Monty does not care whether he plays the Oilers or the Rangers. He only demands victory and to eat chicken out of the Stanley Cup. So, divine that into a prediction however you will, but that's just what he said. Meanwhile, we'll start with an early 0-1 count to Smith from Smith. And Smith tries to reach out to grab that line drive from Smith. Nothing doing. Smith to first here in the top of the 9th. No sponsor today. No sponsor today. Still a little bit of negotiation going on with another sponsor over what sport they're going to cover, but I think I have it figured out for the fall. Meantime, there goes the link. Yeah, the home deport has really been most enthusiastic about the NHL and the CFL. So trying to get them into other teams, especially more of the U.S. centric teams, has been a bit of a reach. But we've been working with other people and other groups, other corporations, and other up and coming businesses. Oh, nice. Patriots team makes the major in Rocket League. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, Rangers, another one chopped up past the second baseman this time. They're able to hold things off at first and second, but the Marlins not making things easy for themselves here in the top of the ninth. They don't even have an out, do they? Nope, they do not have an out yet. And yeah, it's becoming rather clear why the Marlins are as bad as they are. There's just about nothing good on any facet. It is like, well, it's like watching a White Sox game. Oh, they did they? Ah. Missed with that curveball, unfortunately, so now they're up to 1-1. Caught the outside corner that time, 1-2. Oh, yeah. At this point, it's all about compensation, logo placement, number of times, exposure, frequency, blah, 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 marketing shit that I really do not want to get into learning. And the stream dies. But I'm assuming that it's another great leap forward for the Texas Rangers. Oh no, even better. It was a batter timeout. And the Chiefs qualified and Messi's team. Meanwhile, somebody is singing the song of their people out there. I want to say it's Monty, but they've gotten so good at sounding like each other, I honestly can't tell anymore. All right, we got our game back. I guess that's a victory. And we'll have that foul ball ripped in the other direction. Oh no, it's Angie. Oh yeah, you've got a lot of complaints? Oh, so do I, Angie, so do I. Yeah. Don't worry, we're not missing much. Got now a 3-2 count on Semien, who is incessantly fouling the ball back. Yeah, Angie cares not for the Dodgers. She's a Padres girl through and through. And now it is bases loaded. No outs. Now you can't just sit there the entire time. You're going to get in the way. I know, that's the point, right? Well, it's not helpful to me. And once again, we got Seager back up. He's got bases loaded. Currently got a 1-0 count. A big hack on an inside curveball. Count is now 0-2. True North, I've been demanding that in my mind for the past 15 minutes. Hearing it from the cat is not going to make any difference to the Major League Baseball. All right, Seager sitting at 1-2. Gets him swinging on a low cutter. Dang, first out of the inning for the Marlins. Yeah, I know. How dare us? Ugh. I understand, John Jay. Them's the breaks of, unfortunately, media markets. They go where the dollars go. Which is why it's always a thing to celebrate whenever one of the smaller market teams wins something. Because there's no guarantee that that team will even stick around. All right, well, they got the out at first, but they could not connect at home plate. So now it's 6-0. I think runners now at second and third. Yep. 2 outs. All right, what are you going to do to us, Garcia? He's 2 for 4 on the day, so I say we're due for at least another couple runs. And right as the pitch gets delivered, the stream freezes again. And now the whole browser has crashed. Woo! It's all right, though, because as it happens, MLB Game Day in a browser is actually further ahead than the stream I have been watching, so I know that the dude lined out and that ended the top of the 9th inning, and we are close, folks. We are finally close to this being over. And Miles will have the stats as accurate as we can be. As long as we're going to be done. No errors by either team, which is always nice to see. But a very lopsided game, Quite lopsided. Yes, yes, close the program. Let us end this charade sooner rather than later, Firefox. Come on. And that has, I guess, has decided to not load. And we're going to have another pitching change as well. All right, Stream East, please, please. Let us take a break. All right, we got our commercial sign. It's not to blame Firefox John Jay, just that this tablet I'm working off of, it has been worth every penny since I bought it, and considering I won it for $20 worth of raffle tickets like 5 years ago, it has been more than worth its weight in gold. And it is also dying quickly as Microsoft kills all their products and their goodwill. But, you know, that's a different story altogether. And now the stream pages are crashing. Oh boy. We're getting to that part of sailing the high seas where they just start, honestly, where they start clamping down the streams and where my tablet also starts crashing. You don't consider the Angels the LA team because they're based in Anaheim. Fair. Much more of a Mickey Mouse organization of a town anyway. By the way, my tablet has now frozen, crashed, and restarted, so I'm truly keeping up through the online game day right now. Marlins are already up to 1 out. Don't worry, we're nearly free. In a way, MKI. In a way. Currently, we've got, a strikeout of Josh Bell. We've reached 2 outs. Are we going to be able to get the stream back up before I can get the picture going again? Yeah. I guess the bright side of being smaller than somebody like Steve Dangle is that I didn't get too burned when that story went belly up the first time. Yeah, that's what I'm... Oh, that's the thing. Now they're including Quebec, which is different than the previous incarnation, which was over in friggin' Labrador. I mean, no offense to New Brunswick, Labrador, but passing over Quebec like that, big red flag, and yeah, this also feels like a website that anybody could make, and until I delve into it a little bit more and see who is involved back in it, I will wait. I will wait. Oh yeah, MKI, I got to see that fall out. Meanwhile, we have a called strike to Chisholm Jr. that could finally set us free. Yeah. I mean, that was the thing that felt weird about the first time was that, considering the big rift of the loss of the Nordiques, that they wouldn't do something for Quebec. All right, Chisholm has pushed it to 1-2 with this foul ball. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if this one sticks around and for how long. Fouled back. Chisholm still holding on, 1-2. All right, Anderson, take us home. Missing on the outside with a changeup does not take us home. Just takes us to 2-2. Now we will see, Tim. We will see. Then Chisholm fouls away again. Oh, and then the stream jumps forward and they get to him doing his final strike. So there we go, folks. The final score is in. 6-0. Rangers get the shutout victory over the Miami Marlins. Kind of what we all expected, but hey, sometimes I gotta see these things for myself in order to just know that, yeah, that's what's going on. Who the hell knows, MKI? But once again, get prepared for tomorrow because that's when the madness is going to be. Request thread will open at 7:30 p.m. Central. Oh, God, this is going to be a nightmare, but the 100th Stupidest Streaming Show is tomorrow. Prepare yourself. Thank you for stopping by today for baseball and nonsense here on another Stupid Sports Show. I'm Jim B on 106.9 Click FM. Thanks for dropping by. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.